Welcome everyone, my name's Foxeo and this is my part 1 of 3 for the advanced guide of Vanguard, Age of Wonders, Planetfall, Revelations. So the guide isn't based around any specific secret tech, so feel free to use whatever tech you want. Also, the objective of the guide is to unlock your mech units, your elite mech units as quickly as possible and then have the economy to do that. And I've kind of prioritized and made anyway. Your scenario, you can use whatever world you want, you can use whatever settings you want. I prefer extreme because it's the most fun for me, and then very hard because again. But one thing to note, the difference between extreme and moderate is significant. The difference between low and moderate is not as significant, I find. So if you haven't played on extreme, you'll see. Commander, so I customize my commander, again, any tech. I prefer void, personal preference. Your perks, I play around veteran a lot. I've tried all of the different perks, but this is playstyle, so this is where you can deviate as much as you want. Feel free. The main part of the build is what tech you get, what order, and what doctrines you use. So veteran, I like the levels and the experience. Data or energy, if you prefer to fight a lot with units, a big amount of units, you can use military. I used to use military. I changed to data to try and get ahead in my research and get the build faster, so I'm not as strong early game than what I could be if I used military, but I do get my units quicker, my advanced units. Energy, it's easy to find energy and I prefer to get the bonus research. Your loader, your weapon, essentially. I'll eventually put snipers on my heroes for Vanguard because they have such powerful range units. But the assault is just more effective early game because you don't have to worry about stagger. Vice, I don't need a vice because I only have tier 1 perks. And whatever you want them to look like.
Valor and strength to you, Commander of the Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep missions allowed you and your ranks of outcasts and adventurers to escape your past and claim new worlds for the Star Union. But while you were sleeping,
so first thing you want to do as soon as you open the map, or as soon as you load into the game, go up or down, because if I go up, I can't go up any further. I know I'm closer to the border of the map is closer to the north. If you go left or right, the map will just continue to go around. There's no border. So you always want to build towards the edge of the map because that's safer. Expand towards the edge and then expand towards the middle. If you expand towards the middle straight away, you're just a target and you're gonna get punished for it. I'll always build factory first, production factory, no matter what. And when it comes to expanding, actually I'll talk through tech in round 2 once we can see the rest of the tech, so I won't touch these. Because I start with Vanguard, veteran, start with level 3, field medicine, infantry, and vitality. If you're not at level 3, then I would prioritize in the order of field medicine first, infantry second, vitality third, once you get to level 2, once you get through the first 2 levels. This unit, because you want to expand north, I'll send both my scouts north. Hello? Oh, yo, never mind. I'll try and talk to the NPCs as quickly as you can so you can unlock the quest, because the resources from the quest is something you really need. Alright, so I'll attack you first. Always attack the recommended first, even if there's too weak. Generally, the recommended army is weaker than whatever weak army is around you. Generally, but if not, feel free. Now that we've unlocked factory, actually we'll go to military. So with the tech, this is the order. This is the first 3 priorities you want for military. You want nanite first, +1 your electromagnetic utilization, +1 range. Nanite heals you and makes you resistant to damage. +1 range is like probably one of the most crucial upgrades for Vanguard in my personal opinion. And then after that you want to unlock your tanks. So that's the order. You can try and unlock smart defense or lasers before that order. So before you go this, like 1, 2, 3, I'll generally get these 2 techs after I get tanks. But if you like these 2, you get this to stop you from stagger, which is the most important upgrade for sniper heroes. because then you can actually use a sniper no matter what, unless they stagger you twice. Society, this one's a bit trickier. So the first priority is always frontier facilities, because you need to expand. Your next priority is in this specific order. You want to unlock these three. Area surveillance first, always covert second, and always operations third. The reason you get covert second is as soon as you unlock it, you prime it. It takes a few turns to prime, and then by the time you finish operational effectiveness, you then use covert straight away. Don't use covert before. You can, it just means that there's like a 10 or 15% less chance of it being successful. So don't do that. So frontier first, these three second, your third one is always production. The reason we get production, I find these two buildings to be the most effective, because I'm trying to, I'll build civil first, and then I would build military second. Again, I do that because I'm trying to make the infrastructure to support tanks. These others work, but this is a personal preference around how I prefer to build. I didn't actually click on nanite, just dumb. Since we're here, I have the option of going generate knowledge, finish in 2 turns, or I can start building combat. Combat I'll build eventually, but I don't really need it right now. Generate knowledge will get me there faster, so I would just pick generate knowledge, but combat's fine. Combat also I wouldn't normally have if I didn't have the secret tech. How do you die of everyone? I'll put timestamps to skip all the manual combats in the description. But in terms of how I play all the Vanguard early game fights, I use the main hero as bait. So I'll put the blur cloud on the main hero, which makes them 40% more elusive, so high chance to evade. I'll put them behind cover and I'll make them defend. So they're pretty much just trying to pull aggro, and whoever hits the main hero just becomes the target for the rest of the infantry. That's a really poor spot to stand. Stand you there. I'm actually just going to run them all up and then... I'm not going to run you up because you've been hurt. So generally I would kill this unit because they're the weakest, but because they have no action points, it doesn't really matter who I hit. When I hit the people who have action points. Okay, that was hopeless. Put you behind cover. Alright, that's... I'm going to... no, I'm not. Are you serious? Alright.
Enemy annihilated. Enemy eliminated.
Okay, I'm gonna... I normally wouldn't use... Hello? I don't even have it. Oh, I don't have nanite. Okay, please don't kill him. Alright, I got lucky. What?
Enemy neutralized. Enemy killed.
Okay, easy.
They never stood a chance.
Because we got food, we get this sector early. Even though it's food, again, I'm going to use production. Always my first 2 sectors which I expand to will be production, no matter what they have on them. Find the NPC, talk to them, unlock the quest. Hello. Is that a... They have a... Okay, that's unusual. So right now with the scouts, I would normally... You want them to eventually auto-explore so you don't have to follow them. But I want to manually explore for now to know where I'm going to actually expand. So when it comes to expanding, I'm looking for anything that has cosmite. That's your highest priority. Your next priority would then be, these resources. So food, production. Personally, I prioritize production over everything. Then I'll go energy and research. Personal preference, they're all useful. Talk to you. Because we have Cosmite right here, and because it's influence, I'll eventually expand to this point. My first expansion will be here. My second would be, what's over there? I'm not too sure. Now I'm actually annoyed you're all the way down there when my two researchers anomalies are over here. That's fine. So this is what? Nothing else we can do? Turn 3. So the other reason why, so when it comes to tech, this is your third priority, and you want to build one of these straight away. The other reason why you want to do that is because when you come to objectives, the doctrines we want to use, we want 3. Oh, we'll talk about 2 because we might not get the third one in the first 15 turns. We want to use the builder, which will give us 20% less production to build, so we need that to expand quickly for our colonies that we get, because you need to prioritize your infrastructure, your, what do you call it? I don't have it yet because I don't have, you need to prioritize units to defend your colonies, because the NPC is very aggressive, because I use extreme.
Operations
And also having the
available for
builder
priming.
just makes it easier to get your units quickly. The next one we want is the economist. The third doctrine we'll get will be frontier frontier survival. Assuming that we didn't unlock this through the random, this would be our 4th priority after we get 1, 2, 3, 4. But because we already have it, we're not going to use it until later on. Or I could use it right now actually, because I got lucky, but we'll just play like we didn't get it. Okay, cool. So again, the exact same strategy with manual. Your main hero is the tank, pull aggro, and then punish whoever touches him. Sit behind cover, and then stand you up there. Hello? Is that on?
Enemy annihilated.
Can we finish it up?
Enemy annihilated.
That's fine.
Enemy killed.
Pretty straightforward. Alright, cool.
Enemy destroyed. Our forces are victorious.
Oh, we got lucky. Because we found enough production to get a free building. I got the combat simulator center for free. Been very lucky today. With that said, if I stand in that building, for 1 turn I'll get these guys up to level 2. And he'll get to level 4. Unlock this. So this unit specifically, when you fight them, be aware that this unit has a skill called Love Pheromones, which if they pretty much walk up to you in melee range and then they mind control your unit. And mind control, as far as I'm aware, is permanent. And will disappear after combat. Okay, maybe not. If the source is a unit, okay, killing. Oh, so if you kill the caster there, not mind control. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh. But yeah, just be aware if that happens, you'll have one less unit, and then yeah, be mindful of that. So focus this one. That's all we can really do. Keep expanding. So we're gonna eventually take this point, maybe. Looks pretty easy. I forgot what's there. But our next priority is this. This is our first priority. Oh, we won't have enough influence to get this because we have 2. So I'm gonna take. Actually, I can take this point here. First priority, second priority. Alright. Because we know where we're going to expand, you can now auto-explore. With the NPC, if the NPC is red, it means they can move and attack you. If the NPC is white, which is like this, they'll only defend. They won't come after you. And turn. Nanite support. Next priority is +1 range. Go bro. Sit here for 1 turn so they all level up. So these infrastructure buildings are what you need to passively defend your colonies and sectors. So you want to get them pretty quickly. You wait there. So I'll unlock 1 colonizer first. I'll then use 15 cosmite to upgrade my infantry with nanite because they're quite weak early game. And then the next bit of cosmite I'll use for a second colonizer to expand. You leveled up. I want to get archaeology because I'll eventually, after I attack these 2 bases, these 2 quests, I want to start using the anomalies, and I want to get bonus points from the anomalies. You don't have to, but that's just what I like to do. Because if you wait here, you get 3 experience. You don't really need the 3 experience. Won't give you too much. Wait here. When you upgrade, your units take 1 turn to upgrade, so don't attack while you're upgrading. Your heroes, however, upgrade instantly.
Production ready. Operations available for priming. Objective completed.
Always accept the quest because you need the influence. So I need to get to 100 influence as soon as I can to unlock these 2 points. Turn, what are we, turn 6?
Production ready.
Please, okay. Normally I'm gonna run you down this way. I don't want this guy to kill my colonizer.
Objective completed.
Hello? I mean, I'm really happy you didn't die, but let's not leave you behind. So I want him to get to level 5. So I'll make him wait up 1 turn. And I'm pretty sure at level 5, you get Archaeology Expert. Yep, so I'm going to unlock this one straight away. What do we want? You're too far away, so decline. Okay, cool. Please no. Please no. Please. Okay. You run away. You wait over here, so you're safe.
Production ready.
Okay, with your quests that have to do with production, you can get multiple colonies to build these, to split it up, but I'm going to try and get the Rectome out first because these guys are not happy. So now we finish covert, operations next, and then prime your
Operations
covert.
available for priming.
Yeah, I'll prime your energy siphon. So by the time we finish this, we're going to use this straight away. I'm going to use this on you. I would use it on the first person I saw, no matter who it was.
Production ready.
I'll go another one. Okay. Can I make? Oh, that's annoying. So the hero, I'll take any hero no matter what. Because I'll eventually
Objective
change.
completed.
I'll change their loadout to suit what I want to get. Hello? Okay, there we go. So we want to get archaeology, and with the +2, I'll normally just get watchman. Because he's eventually going to be a sniper. I should just walk straight through you. I'm a liar. Generally with the heroes, what I'll do is I'll have 2 heroes in each army, and then I'll have 1 hero to be the sniper and 1 hero to be a tank. So this guy's eventually going to become a tank. So instead of actually using my main hero as the bait, I'm going to use him because he has a shorter range. His attack range is only 5, whereas the main hero's attack range is 7. Also, the main hero can overwatch. So, whereas that guy can't I don't even know his name, why am I calling him that guy? What's your name, sir? Ace Balan? Balan? We'll call this. Hello? Okay.
Enemy down.
I'm not happy that you almost killed my guy. I'm just... Oh, I should have used you on that. It wasn't as effective as I hoped. So because he's burning, he'll take 3 damage. He's got 5, so he's not going to die next turn. Which is a bit annoying.
Enemy down.
Attack you. And run all the way over here so he doesn't get focused by you, and he's got a bit of cover. Please stop.
Enemy eliminated.
I'll take it.
Enemy down. Our forces are victorious.
We'll send a bodyguard. Yeah, we'll send a bodyguard just in case. And we want to eventually here first. Empire.
Empire task completed.
Okay, cool. We would normally have the builder by now, but we had to use our have our colonizer sit back.
Happiness event in colony.
Insulted me. Cool. That's very helpful. The next one we wanted to go heal. We have operational effectiveness. Now we go production, and we can also
Operations
use our
primed and
energy
ready.
siphon, which has a 70%. if you didn't finish operational effectiveness, this is, I think it's like 60, which is still not too bad. Anyway, 70, if I fail, I'll be quite sad. Thank you. So we should get at least, I don't know, 200 power from that. $480. Oh, please don't kill him. Alright. I'm almost certain if I don't run back and defend, you will actually defeat this colony. Because if once this finishes, you should have about 800. Oh no, it's only this one. Let's see. On that colony, you can run back. I'm gonna, okay, I'll be safe. Assume I lose and I'll take you out. Yeah, I thought so. Now we're going back up here. So now we have
I
our
was
bonus
inspired.
range. We're going to start working our way towards tanks. Turn 13. Also, since I have the bonus range, I'm going to start. I'll give it to these guys. Generally with infantry, I'll get nanite, bonus range. You then have the option of either electric damage or this is damage against bio units, this is damage against mech. I'll either use one of these two or I'll give the soldiers this to stop them from being staggered. It's a personal preference around what you want to do.
Colony established.
With our first colony, no bonuses from this colony, so I'll generally go, what? Because it's around like an NPC, this is spawner. Because it's near a spawner, I'm going to build factory just so I can build the infrastructures a little bit quicker. And by the time I use
Operations available for priming.
the builder, I should have used the builder already, what am I doing? Prime the builder. The builder will help me build the defenses quicker as well. So I should have already had that. Anyways, that's fine.
Incoming communication.
This guy's really insulting me.
Empire task completed.
So we just finished the builder now. Forgotten. Accept that. So because I already have the bonus experience from simulation, I'll just sit on my spare units on the main base and get them to level up. I should have actually, oh that's fine. Ah, so another thing. Your scouts. I'll put one back because I don't want to use my main unit to come around and talk to these colonies to influence them. I'll use a scout. I could use him, but I'd rather he just gather experience. Also, your scouts will eventually die if you don't pull them back. I wouldn't normally pull them back necessarily though. No. Okay, I shouldn't have won that, but I'm very grateful.
Colony established.
Because you don't look like you're under attack too much, you'll be science, but you'll still need similar defenses. In terms of expanding, I want to link my colonies as soon as I can. So I'll have the main colony expand this way. Because moving over your own territory, you move quicker.
Doctrine inactive.
So we've got the builder, the economist. Will take a little bit longer. So what we're going to do is we're going to
Operations available for priming.
use. Oh, we don't even have enough. What don't we have enough of? Power? Oh, we're really. What happens to all our power? No, I'm not normally this poor when it comes to power. That's fine.
Production ready. Sector annexed.
Both of them will be production. to energy siphon. We got 200 energy from him. I'll take that all day. What are we up to? We're at the turn 16, so this will be the last turn. So after we get these technologies, I would normally go frontier, but we got it through the random tech. The next priority is then to get colony and operation. So operations, you need to start using the economist. Colony, you need to start getting the roads and to start getting the bonus cosmite. They're both, you'll need both of them, so whichever order you want. These are your first two. I'm probably going to get cosmite just because I like the cosmite, and then I'll get this next. I'll talk about part 2. What else? There's nothing really else I can do for this turn. Make you run over here. We've expanded. We've got 3 colonies. The defenses are building up, and we know, like, we'll talk about where to go from the next part. Thank you for joining, and if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you think is, I don't know, could do better, or if anything you want to add, please feel free to comment, and I'll see you in the next part.